So we are going to be taking a look at a new smartphone gimbal, and I'll be the first to say that my camera's down a little low. Hold on. Tilt you up a little bit. I think that's better. There we go. Anyways, I'll be the first to say that, you know, a lot of smartphones nowadays do really good with stabilization by themselves. Now, not so much if you're like running and stuff like that, even though some smartphones do have like a sport mode or whatever in there, which kind of crops in like the iPhone crops in so that you get extra stabilization. But in an instance like that, of course, a gimbal would be better. But I do find nowadays one of the things is that it gets harder and harder, I think, unless you're doing like professional stuff, to really kind of be like, yeah, I want a gimbal. So there has to be some things that kind of separate it or differentiate it, or make it something that you think you kind of really need to spend that kind of money on one. Now, today we are looking at one of the two. I'm not even 100% sure. It is the Hohem, I'm not 100% sure, iSteady M6. Now, they have two models here. Now, they have the M6, which is, as far as I can tell, just the gimbal, and they have the M6 kit. And the M6 kit comes with a magnetic fill light with AI vision sensor. What is that, you may ask? You might ask it, and I would say I'm not 100% sure. But it says here, the built-in AI tracking, it works with gesture control. No app or Bluetooth is required, so that's kind of nice. With the remote AI-powered sensor, you can switch between the front and rear cameras to achieve flexible follow you with ease. In addition, you can light up your creativity with different lighting. So that's actually kind of nice because I have found with a lot of previous cameras or gimbals, sorry, that the rear-facing camera, because a lot of times they'll have like a tracking, the rear-facing cameras actually do fairly decently because I think it's higher res, they do better with low light, etc., etc. The front-facing camera, which is the one you and I probably would use the most if we're filming ourselves in this orientation, not as good. So having that on there, plus it's a light, could be beneficial. Now you do increase, right? You go from 215 to 287. So it is, you know, a fair bit of an increase, about $50, somewhere in that range. But it may make this just better, right? Just better. So this is the box I have here. I'm not going to show you the top of this box because it's got all my info on it. But we'll crack it open, see what's in it, because that's important. And then we'll let you know which one we got, because again, I don't know if I got this the normal one or the one with the AI vision, because you know they were nice enough to send it to us. And we'll give it a little test. We won't go through all the features, but we'll definitely just try to see how well it stabilizes. And if we did get the one with the auto tracking, maybe we'll try that out as well. Okay, so kind of cool because it does say, you know, ultra wide shot, switching to ultra wide angle shooting made a mode by pressing the multifunction trigger 4 times. My guess would be that you have to have a phone that has a big shot, I'm guessing, unless it's for photos. It has their iSteady 7.0 stabilization. That's something. Free angle movement, 335-degree tilt, and wider space between axes. Sure, 360 infinite spin. Now that's nice because I have done one where you're trying to get a cool shot that goes all the way around, and of course it does about 340 or 350 degrees, and it kind of stops, and you're like, oh. OLED display on it, and up to a 400-gram payload, which is excellent because I don't know any phones that this shouldn't really be able to handle. So that's kind of nice. Expand your creativity, working status. There's your payload again. Oh, you can charge your phone with it. Well, that's kind of nice. Maybe it has a wireless charger built into it. It supports reverse charging and the battery can last up to 18 hours of continuous usage. Oh, that's sweet. Very cool. Yeah. And there's some features. Anyway, I'll leave links down below. You guys can take a look at that, and you know, you can be like, oh, I love it, or I don't care. I don't know, whatever. But 18 hours, that's nice. I like the infinite. I like the AI thing. And I like the 18 hours of battery life. Those are all excellent features for a gimbal. I'm gonna put you down there and hope you don't fall over. Anyways, let's see how this opens. It opens by this. I'm thinking. I'm just cutting the box, probably down in areas that it shouldn't even be cut. Oh, what is that? What is that? I was like, oh, it's something exciting. So it does say Hohem. See this? iSteady M6 kit. Maybe? Yes, with fill light and AI vision sensor. Sweet. Plus, look at this. This it just kind of fell out the box. It's like a, looks like the remote, like a Bluetooth remote that you can use externally. I didn't see that anywhere that was going to be in the box, but that's nice. That's all right. And then we flip this over like so. You guys can see it there. There's all the specs again. A DC out for phone charging. New 3-axis design for free movement. 360 multifunction wheel. OLED. All kinds of stuff. It does have a little QR thing there. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if that is downloadable. There you are. Maybe. Let's see. Does it give me an app? Does it give me a new app? Well, if it does, oh, oh, there it is. Yeah, there you go. So iPhone with iOS and above, Android down there. So I'm going to click on this one. Should take me to the store. So I have had it before because we have reviewed some of their gimbals before. So I'm just going to have to re-download it. Now realize, like probably most, you will need to set up some kind of account with them, I would guess, to register your gimbal. But this could be exciting. This could be exciting. It is exciting. My desk isn't quite big enough, so I'm going to put it that way. Yeah, there we go. Nice box, I have to say. You know, as far as boxes go, this is sealed there. Oh, it comes out this way. It comes out this way. I'm getting there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about me. And it's a case. Oh, that's a nice case. That's like a high end. So that's some of the nice things when you go from getting like a budget gimbal. At least I find, because I've tested like the cheapest Amazon gimbals to like higher end gimbals. When you get a nicer gimbal from a actual decent brand / company, whatever, they come with nice protective gear. Like this, that's a lovely case. It is. It's a lovely case, right? Everything's going to fit in there really nice, which is excellent. This is going to open like so, and you guys, I'm going to turn it this way, even though it's backwards, you get a better view of it. So it feels like that's a nice, it's got some, I don't want to say it's heavy, but it's got some weight to it because it's got a good battery in it. Again, it has the ability to reverse charge. You do have some like screws on the side here. I would guess you'd be able to use these if you wanted to add some attachments to it. There's going to be your triggers. This is maybe a lock. I'm not 100% sure. Again, this is a first look, right? Now, if you guys want me to go into a bit more detail after I've played with this for a little bit of time, please leave a comment below with any kind of questions on it. And we will do a second video. But it does have it have locks on it? Does it have any locks? Yeah, well, I don't know if I would, oh yeah, maybe. These ones here are little pop-outs for this. I'm with you, right? So that's going to be a slide. This, now are the actual locks or no, so they're sort of locks. You guys can see it, right? There's little, see that? Little, they kind of lock into place. Now, not to say that if it didn't get banged, it wouldn't unlock, because it's not a lock. But once this is in your case, that should be fine. This says on it something, slide the arm to balance phone and then lock the latch. Oh, okay, sure. So once you got it balanced, you can do this, and then it keeps the arm in place. I'm down with you. Same thing with this one, I guess. Phone camera direction. So make sure that you follow this. I usually, actually, to be honest with you, I leave these stickers on, these ones here, because I'm like, I'll get confused down the road, right? It is what it is. I like the black and I want to say orange. It's like a fire orange, you know? I like that, like a, I don't know, it's like a chromy orange. It's very cool. Very nice. And then, of course, you have the little tripod hole on the bottom. You have a, looks like a little area that you can put a lanyard, a strap. Is this the, oh, there's the AI thing, right? And this AI thing would go on the top there. So as far as I can tell, all this needs to do should be just magnet based, is that, right? And my guess would be that you could flip this around either way. Seems to be. And it has a, I'll just take it off. It has an on off on the side there. So this should be helpful once it's on in moving you. Now can I take this and turn it on? Well, let's just turn it on. So my guess is possibly no, or it could be dead. It does have, of course, does it have its own charger? No, so it must get charge from here. So if I were to put this on, right, and then turn this on, anything? No, because this isn't on. We'll do that last. Anyways, anywho's, there's some sticker thing. That's weird. You get a little spot here to put whatever. There's your manual. Now it's a good read. Bunch of languages, but even on the different languages, it's going to be a decent read. So just realize that. I would read it. I probably will read this one because I want to know what's going on with this, especially if you guys want a follow-up video. And the fonts are good, which is nice. So all that's awesome. You get some silica gel. I usually keep that in there just because you don't want the humidity getting in here. This will be your USB-C cable, I would think. So you get two cables. You get USB-C to USB-C, and you get USB-A to USB-C. Now, my thought would be if you had an Android phone, possibly, could you use this for like powering this, or is this just probably for charging? No, it does say for Android phone charging. Okay. Now, what they didn't do is give you a like USB-C to Lightning for Apple. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so and we get which wasn't in the box. It's weird that it wasn't in the box though, right? It's a little tiny remote. Now I guess if you really wanted to, you could put it in here. I would think it would fit in there okay. Just kind of throw it in this little part. A little Bluetooth remote. I like that they give you that though. That's cool. And as far as I can tell, it doesn't look like a cheap one. Like it looks like it's nice. They package it nice. Yes. My guess is it's like a watch battery style. All right, you see that? All right, I'm down. This may also have something to do with the AI light thing, possibly. Yeah. All right. So we've got my phone here, and what I'm going to do here is before I do anything, we'll make sure that it's not going to go to sleep on us because that's the last thing I want. You'll see here, Hohem. Make the moment, enjoy it. Would like to use Bluetooth? Yes. Allow while using the app? Yes. For you, it says that. Good. We're here. If I tap on this, I think it's just a video, which it is. You know, we're going on a trip this year. I've contemplated bringing a gimbal. I don't know though, because do I want to carry one? Oh, I forgot to show you this. It comes with the little feet. Decent, pretty standard, right? Little tripod feet. But what I like about it is some of them that come out, they're kind of loose right off the start. This one's got some snugness right in here, which is nice because these are important because you and I have to balance things and having to balance them really with one hand while you're holding the gimbal. Nobody likes that. That's never fun. All right, let's just put that there for a minute. And you guys will be able to see this. Now, this is where they talk about We have the multiple sliders. Yes. So this pops up here. So it says it's going to sit like so. Is it this way? No, I think it's this way. I think it's going to sit this way. Yes, yes. Which they say camera on that side. All right, so I'm down. So we're figuring out where our camera is. That's why the sticker. That's why I keep the sticker on, right? So this, as you can see, it falls this way. Yeah? So we're going to loosen this so that it doesn't fall. Voila. And then we take this little piece here and we just snug it. So now that's balanced, right? Now I don't know if it has a balance for this way. I don't think so. I think the only balance that they really talk about is that one. So if I were to turn this on, and just so you guys know, I think this is the record button. There's probably zoom toggle. There's got to be a power button on here somewhere right there on the side. So let's just see. Ready? Let's just see. Okay. I want to focus on me. Oh, there you go. Ready? Okay. Oh, it comes up and it says you have to keep it held till it does that, I think. Boom. Sweet deal. Oh, and then it says connect on the screen. Success. Pair. Oh, pair. I think that's it. But there's new firmware. You guys maybe able to see that? I'll tilt that down a little bit. No, tilt the other way. Come on, tilt. It's not the fastest. I may be able to play with that. But there you go, right? See? New firmware. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do new firmware update. Yes, please. So it's going to download that. Move that there so you can see me. See me. See me. There you go. There we go. I'm going to let that download and then shouldn't be too long. We'll be right back. Okay, so firmware was like crazy fast. I could have just left it to stay recording. It was like probably less than a minute. So you guys won't necessarily see this, and I'm not doing a tour of the app. Again, if you want any of this, leave a comment below, and we can make some separate videos for that. Now, number one is here, right? Yes, right? I want to see if I pop this on, and there is a on, yes, AI on or off, and you go click. Oh, you get a little red light on the front. So it kind of says, oh, and the light flashed. My question is, maybe I have to be in camera. Ready? I'll be in camera. Would you like to be able to use the camera? Yeah, of course I would. You can use all that good stuff, right? Allow access to the photos? Sure. All right, I'm with you. So we got all this. It's looking that way is what it's doing, which is why it's probably not seeing me. Has a bunch of settings. I'm going to spin the camera around. So it's got me. Yes. Does it work? I think you still have to possibly turn like face tracking on, you know, because right now this is all working, which is good. Now there is a little face tracky button. Yes. And I can tap. Oh, there we go. Do you guys see it moving? Ooh. Oh, and it moves fast. I kind of want to record this. Ready? Record. Yeah, okay. So we got it recording. I don't know. Oh, I think I tapped it twice. And move. Oh, no, that's fast. Shoosh. Okay, that's all right. And it's like dead center. Like it locks you in like so good. Like, look how fast it's like it's right on there. Like, okay, that's definitely like one of the best tracking I've ever seen. You know? I kind of want to try this outside. So yeah, let's again, we're not going to play around because most of this is going to be, let's stop that. Most of this is going to be very similar to every other gimbal out there for a lot of features. But I think with the kit and this, that's going to be cool. So yeah, let's take it for a walk. see how the stabilization is. You guys can judge for yourself. And then I'm going to turn this face tracking back on once we get outside, because I do think that is pretty awesome. Okay, let's go outside. All right, guys, so we're upstairs. I don't have any of the tracking on. I just have the stabilization on just to see how it works, and I'm doing everything by hand, which means I have to kind of swivel my hand when I want this to move, yeah? Which is fine, but I have a couple, like, questions. Oh, I opened one door, but not the other door. There we go. So, we're outside real fast. App's good. The video I think I took inside was only in 1080, so just kind of be aware of that. But I switched it to 4K because, again, that's all dependent on your actual phone abilities. But what I want to do, because I'm constantly having to move the gimbal around, right? Like, just to kind of keep it straight. But if I turned on face tracking, like so, and now I don't have to do anything. I can just hold it, and it just locks my face in the center, you know? Like, if I lift this up, it tilts the gimbal down just to get me. And if I'm like low, it lowers it. Again, it takes a little bit of time to catch up to you, but that's okay. It's way better than me having to concentrate on making sure that the actual gimbal is facing me, because a lot of times you're talking like this and you're wandering around, you're not looking at the gimbal, and then you come back and you realize the gimbal it's not even looking at you anymore, and you're like, sweet deal. The face tracking thing, yes sir, that is all right. And if you are someone that's like, you know what, let's put this down, right? Let's put it down. I'm going to put it down on my barbecue here. Yes. When I come backwards, look at it level out a little bit. Now, the one thing I find, and I will have to go in and check this, is that it kind of places you centered, right? Which does give you a little bit more headroom, especially when you come backwards. Now, I do wonder if you would have that ability to tell it to place your head like in the upper third part of the screen. But that's something to maybe delve into in our next video. Now, here's the other question. I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to turn the camera around so that look how fast it is. Look how fast it's so fast. That's got to be with the AI tracking, you know. It's just like boom. That's so good. And that's the selfie camera. It's not even the front camera. So I'm going to stop this. I'm going to turn this around, and I want to use the rear cameras because they'd be better quality, right? So hold on. Okay, so I'm actually behind the camera right now. You know, there's my backyard, and I'm going to spin the camera around, same spot, you know, but now we've got the other camera, and it should lock onto me, right? It's got me, I think, because you can see it move. So now I can do this kind of stuff, and I can be like, hey, let me show you some of the stuff over here. Look at the cool flowers over there. Actually, those are really pretty. Those weren't out here last time I was here. Or come over here and look at the mess I have, because I gotta clean up that stuff over yonder, you know. But it's like, it's so good in its tracking. I've never seen one be able to track that fast. Now, you may also be able to go in and adjust, I would think, things like how fast, like the smoothness and the speed and all that kind of stuff. But all I did was take that little AI module and turn it around so it's pointing this way. And now I can do whatever. And then when I'm done with that, I can just like shoop, just kind of break it, right? Break it apart. I could be walking around like so, showing you guys all kinds of coolness, right? All the flowers and whatever. And then as soon as I'm ready, just kind of spinning it up so that it finds me, and we're good. We're good again, because it's it's just got this ridiculous tracking, right? So good. And what's cool is you guys can't see it, but I can see myself in the reflection inside my window, right here. See that? So I can kind of see if it's actually working, which it is. Okay, this is by far my favorite gimbal for them. Now, the only thing that I would love to have seen, I don't think it has it, right, is to be able to have like a built-in extendable selfie stick. Nothing big, doesn't have to be huge, but big enough so that if I wanted to get this out just a little bit, right, just a little tiny bit further, right, so have a little selfie stick that comes out like, I don't know, 3 inches, 6 inches, something like that. Perfect. All right, my friends, this is the M6 kit with the AI for the face tracking. That face tracking is fantastic. It's so good, like ridiculously good. I'm gonna go inside now and take a look at the footage, but I think it's gonna be great. Of course, a lot of the extras is going to depend on your phone, like the actual image quality and things like that. That's going to be phone based. So if you have a cheaper phone, don't expect the same video quality as a more expensive phone, etc., etc. But if you have a phone with no image stabilization on it, you're in for a treat. Or if you're going to use this to do like Zoom calls, like for a teacher or something like that, where you're doing YouTube calls and you want to be able to walk around and show your class stuff, oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, guys, that's it for me today. I'll put links to where you can get this because it's awesome. Get the one with the get the one with the AI tracking. It's so good. All right, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that little notification bell, and I'm gonna go over here, right? See how it falls? I have no idea what it's seeing, but I'm trusting it. I'm gonna go over here and take a look at the footage, and we'll see you guys later.